the Coalition for Civil Rights and Good Governance has taken time to review and evaluate the recent developments in the northeast of the country, notably Borno State, where there are military operations to dislodge what is left of the Boko Haram insurgency. And that also includes the operations against the Islamic State West Africa Province variant. We are concerned about the worrisome revelation that international non-governmental organizations, that is the NGOs, were caught supporting the terrorists in various capacities. Activities that have been confirmed on the part of these NGOs include, please note, 1, UNICEF staffers passing classified military information and intelligence to Boko Haram terrorists. 2, action against hunger, supplying food, medication, and logistics support to Boko Haram terrorists to enable them recover from the degradation of their fighting capacity by the Nigerian military. 3, Human Rights Watch issued a pro-Boko Haram report to tarnish the good works of the Nigerian military. 4, we have been very consistent and very persistent about this Amnesty International. Amnesty International has been issuing series of reports on media content to advance Boko Haram interests, and that is anti-Nigeria and Nigerians. 5, several other subversive activities that are yet to come to light, but that are going on nonetheless by these international NGOs. It should be noted that these NGOs got into Nigeria and gained accreditation to the northeast under the guise of doing humanitarian work to alleviate the suffering brought upon the people in this area by terrorist activities. In that guise, they are found to be doing otherwise. The development exposed by the military has, however, revealed that these organizations and their staffers have done the exact opposite by engaging in activities, again, I want to enumerate them, that encourage the terrorists to continue carrying out attacks against Nigerians, as well as help advance the ability of the terrorist group to recruit new fighters. 2, to support Boko Haram to recover whenever the Nigerian military successfully degrade them. 3, to provide them information that allows them to be able to attempt attack against our Nigerian military, to whip up international anger against Nigeria and the military of our great country, Nigeria. 5, to present captured or killed Boko Haram terrorists as victims such that the Nigerian military is wrongly perceived as engaging in abuse. 6, expose the civilian population of the Northeast to Boko Haram attacks. And 7, the questionable NGOs have compromised the integrity of NGO work in Nigeria by contaminating indigenous NGOs and civil society organizations to work against the interests of the state of Nigeria. It should be further noted that other serious-minded organizations that would have provided actual humanitarian relief and support have stayed away from the region as they thought that their indicted counterparts are already providing such. Please note, the good ones, the ones that would have actually helped fellow Nigerians, are staying away, believing that these compromised ones are actually carrying out the job. And we have just found out that they are not. Instead, they are on the other side of the enemies of Nigeria and Nigerians. Our recognition of this threat had earlier made us to call on the security and anti-graft agencies in Nigeria to investigate and track the cash flow of these organizations. As a consequence, we are demanding, I say as a consequence, we are actually demanding that the National Assembly immediately begin to investigate the activities of international and some local compromised NGOs operating in the northeast of the country. The probe should be with a view to identifying how and why entities that do not mean well for Nigeria and Nigerians have been operating in the country to the extent that they were able to provide cover for terrorists. Lawmakers must take a definite stance against this threat, not just to Nigerians, not just to them, but our great country, Nigeria, because we do not have any other country apart from Nigeria.